truly. The tales and songs fall utterly short of your enormity, O Smaug, the Stupendous.
Hey guys, this is my review of The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, The Hobbit Part 2, whatever you want to call it. So from what I got out of the movie, it is a fantastic, I'm going to say this first thing, it's a fantastic fantasy movie. It is fantastic, it has a great adventure, a great vibe to it. The cinematography is beautifully well done. The directing is fantastic. I really can't say nothing more than fantastic. Exciting to see, yes it was. I sat there probably like 5 minutes, or 7-10 minutes going through previews, and then when the movie finally came up, I had cold chills. I was ready to get into it, and the movie did not disappoint me. For the first, if you ever go to this movie, the first couple hours are probably going to be the most, there's going to be a lot of action, there's going to be a lot of sequences in the movie that's just going to blow your mind, but then the last hour of the movie is where, Smaug kicks in. And when Smaug comes up, it is so much fun to watch. You cannot take your eyes off the screen. I mean, when that dragon just appears, it's really hard to take your eyes off the screen. Benedict Cumberbatch, he does the voice for the dragon, and I have to say this is probably one of the most realistic looking dragons I've ever seen on film, and he's probably my favorite dragon I've ever seen on film, really. I mean, it's not just a dragon, it's a character. And because, when you see a dragon in a movie, they don't talk, they just fly around, they start shooting fire at you, and that's all they do. In this movie, he talks, he has a personality, he's just an evil sucker. And when you see him come across Bilbo, it's like a boss in a video game, really. You're sitting there, you're like, when you come across Bowser and like Mario, you're like, alright, let's get this on. And when you see Smaug come up in The Hobbit, you have cold chills and you don't want to talk, you don't want to stop looking at the screen, and it is just so exciting to watch. You got also a whole bunch of other characters that are in this movie, like Bard the Bowman, played by Luke Evans. You got the dwarves of Erebor, Thorin, Dwalin, Balin, and all of them. You got Gandalf, who is actually most of the time in the movie. Pretty interesting. He is, by the trailers, if you've seen the trailers, he is, after this, he's looking in at this necromancer the whole time, most of the time in this movie. Alright? And it's really fun to watch him do this. And you got the Lake Town. You got the Bard the Bowman is a part of Lake Town, and he's a pretty cool character. I mean, he kind of reminds me of an Aragon character, like how Aragorn or Aragon, whatever you want to call him, how he was in the Lord of the Rings, how he was so laid back but serious, and he had this epicness to him, like he was going to do something heroic. It feels like that. I mean, Bard's like, this guy who is, obviously doesn't want, people awakening this beast because, he's afraid that, destroy things, and it's understandable. It's a dragon. But yeah, the movie, epic, fun, exciting, really, really great visual effects. Directing is fantastic. Peter Jackson's a master behind these great movies. There's no one else who could have directed them. And when I found out, Peter Jackson was not going to be the original director of The Hobbit, I was shocked and disappointed, because there's no one else who could have took these movies as well as he did. And yes, you're going to want to know this. Yes, the movie has a little bit... My dad knows the books well, and he went in there. Now, he wasn't necessarily really disappointed. He enjoyed everything. He enjoyed every aspect. Do I think big fans of the book are going to be disappointed? Yes, probably. There's a lot of things that they've done different in this book that was not used in the and I'm getting way offhand, guys. I'm sorry. I just got done watching it. The movie, there's a lot in the movie that has nothing to do with the book, but you have to get beyond that at this moment. If you're a huge fan of the book, I can see why you might be disappointed, but if you're not, and you go in this with a fresh mind and you really have never seen the book, you will love this movie if you're a huge fan of Middle-earth and Lord of the Rings and anything else. This is probably, the greatest Lord of the Rings film I've seen, next to The Fellowship of the Ring. It's so much fun and so exciting. I am going to give The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, an A+, and that is my first movie I've given an A+ to this year. Well, I have not seen that much movies yet, so if I did, then maybe I would give more movies an A+. But guys, like, comment. Are you guys interested in seeing The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug? Are you guys planning on seeing it? What do you guys think of the books? And what do you guys think of Peter Jackson directing these movies? And what would you do if he stopped directing these movies and did something else? Comment below, guys. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, give this video a thumbs up if you like it.
Fire
Guys,
and ruin. That is what you will bring upon us. He cannot see beyond his own desire.
I will not risk this quest for the life of one burglar.
His name is Bilbo.
Thief. Where are you? Come now. Don't be shy. Step into the light.